All right, well, it is now time for another edition of our weekly Dollars and Cents.
Tom joins us now live from the Resource Center. How's it going, Tom?
You know, it's going fine. Anytime I get to spend a little time with Bruce Porter, I'm always going to learn something. And just so you remember, have your phones ready, because right around here, toward the end of the interview, we're going to have the QR code up, and you can find out all of the services and things they have to offer via Bruce Porter and the Resource Center. Good to see you as always.
Good to see you.
Hey, all right, we're in the new year. You may as well start turning over a new leaf. Financial health tips is a great way to start.
Hey, it is. It's a good way to start the year because we need to constantly be reminded of what we need to focus on.
All right.
So I'm going to give you a little exercise. Let's try the 50-30-20 rule.
All right.
Something that I read that kind of made sense. 2023 income goals. 50% of your income used for bills and essentials. 30% on hobbies and entertainment. 20% on savings and additional debt reduction. I think that could work.
It could. However, depending on your time of life, where you are in life, that may have to change a little bit. I'm going to say it's easier to go for the 30 and 20 to make sure you keep that 50% working, right?
That could be, yeah, absolutely. What happens, everybody lets the bills and what they think are essentials get too high.
Exactly.
And then they don't have anything left, and nobody's going to give up their entertainment. They might give up a hobby, but they're not going to give up their entertainment. So that's going to eat into that budget. And then they're going to realize, oh gosh, it all went here and here. I don't have anything left for myself. And I think that we just continue to prioritize our dollar and try to break it down, maybe every paycheck, maybe every month for sure. But if you try to prioritize right out of the gate, here we are in January, try to develop some good habits as we move forward.
Well, if you look at your paycheck 50, 30, 20 and figure out here are my limits in those areas. Don't make it a limit up here.
That's right.
It's
it
in
might
black
help.
and white.
And we're talking about getting started off on the right foot for the rest of the year. Set money aside for things you want to do. I think this is important. Instead of just at a whim going on a vacation or taking a trip, I think you plan for those expenditures. Traveling, vacations, starting your own business, or investing in hobbies. You know, these are the things that people sometimes will take money out of the other parts of their budget and use for this when they shouldn't. They should make this a line item in their budget and start saving. If you need a new washer and dryer sometime this year, start right now by putting a little bit of money away every week, every paycheck, every month. And then by the time you need to make that purchase, at least you will have some money that you didn't plan on.
You'll also know if you can afford it or not.
And that's right. And you won't try not to finance those items. They make it very appealing. A lot of companies will offer very attractive financial rules, but try not to do that. Try to pay cash for those types of items.
All right.
And then review your insurance coverage. A lot of people, you know, we've talked about this several times, but this is something that you can actively do to help put more money in your pocket. Your auto and home insurance needs to be reviewed. Umbrella insurance, if you have assets that you need to protect substantially, you need to consider an umbrella policy. It goes over everything.
Let me ask you about umbrella and combining. Is it just a merchandising ploy, or is it better to combine, like your homeowners, your auto, have an umbrella with one company?
It does. It makes sense in some cases.
Okay.
Now, what you may realize, your home insurance may go up, but your auto insurance goes way down. So effectively, you're saving money, but you're spending a little bit more here and a little bit less here, or vice versa. If you have substantial assets, substantial savings, retirement, you need an umbrella policy for the what if. You need to make sure that you're protected from any liability. That's what that's for. Now, insurance coverage is just something that people don't check, and they should, because inflation is a real thing.
Yeah, we've got about 1 minute.
Consider coming to one of our estate planning workshops. We do them every month. We have daytime and evening workshops, and they're vital information, especially if you're leaving inheritance to your family, your children. If you have minor children, who's going to be in custody of your children if you don't come home? So if you're a young family just starting out, let's chat, because you need an estate plan for those minor children.
There's the QR code. There's the number. There's Bruce. Talk to him. He can give you all the great advice.
Yep.
Always good to see you, Bruce.
Good to see you.
Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Tom. Lots of great financial advice as always.
Usually.
So,
Yep.
Yeah, and it's still the start of the new year, so great time to get your financial assets in order. So there you go.
Make some plans and
That's
some goals.
Right.